Mr. Tick, the teacher. Mr. Tick, the teacher, lived in a big house with his wife and his children. His wife's name was Miss Tick. The children's name was Tim, Tom, Teddy, Tilly, Trixie, and Tess. Mr. Tick worked in a little school. It was so little, it only had one teacher. That was Mr. Tick. It only had 6 children. Can you guess who they were? Every morning at 8:30, Mr. Tick kissed Miss Tick and went off to school. Every morning at 9:10, the children waved goodbye to Miss Tick and went off to school too. At 9 o'clock, the children lined up in the playground and went into the classroom. Then Mr. Tick called the register. Tim, here Daddy. Tom, here Daddy. Teddy, here Daddy. Tilly, not here Daddy, said Tom. She forgot her dinner money. She went back to get it. Trixie, here Daddy. Tess, here Daddy. After that, the children had their lessons with Mr. Tick. In the morning, they had reading, writing, and arithmetic. In the afternoon, they had singing, cooking, and games. At 3:30, the children said good afternoon to Mr. Tick and went home. Miss Tick was waiting for them by the garden gate. Hello, Mummy, the children said. Hello, Tim, Tom, Trixie, Tilly, Tess, said Miss Tick. Then she said, where is Teddy? He was cheeky to the teacher. He was cheeky to the teacher, said Tilly. Daddy kept him in. So days went by at the little school. Our teacher is the best. 10 out of 10. The children liked the teacher. The teacher liked the children. The parents were pleased with the school. The school was pleased with the parents. They're all lovely. Hooray! Then one morning Miss Tick was reading the newspaper. Oh dear, she said. Listen to this. Little schools must be closed. An inspector will visit all the schools. If a school does not have enough children, it will be closed down. The children will go to a bigger school. That's bad news, said Mr. Tick. You children will lose a school, and I will lose a job. What we need is more children, said Miss Tick. Yes, said Mr. Tick, but where from? All of a sudden, Tilly said, I have an idea. He whispered it to Teddy. That's a good idea, said Teddy. He whispered it to Mr. Tick. That's a good idea. He began to laugh. We will do it. The next day, the children had some surprising lessons. In Mr. Tick's class, they had dressing up lessons, and making faces lessons, and riding their bikes in school lessons, and eating lots of dinner lessons. Mr. Tick took some old desks from the school shed. Miss Tick put up more pegs in the school cloakroom. Can you guess what was going on? 2 days later, the inspector arrived. 2 days later, Mr. Tick met him at the school gate. The children are working in groups this morning, he said. Come and see. Mr. Tick took the inspector round the school. Here's your coat. Hurry up. Here's your coat. Hurry up. He's coming. And so the brave knight rode off. In the classroom, he said, here we have the reading group. Tackle him. And so the brave knight rode off. In the playground, he said, here we have the games group. Tackle him. In the hall, he said, here we have the singing group. Louder, please. On the school field, he said, over there we have the cross-country running group. Quick, where's my dress? Help! This can't be mine. Can you guess who all the children were? Well, the inspector could not. He said, this is all very good. Then he put down in his notebook. At playtime, the inspector had a cup of tea with the secretary. Can you guess who she was? After play, he saw some more groups. At dinner time, Mr. Tick took the inspector into the hall again. Here, the children are having their dinners. He said, it's a self-service. That was a quick change. This is my third. The inspector had a cup of coffee with the cook. Can you guess who she was? And he said, well, Mr. Tick, there is no need to close the school. You have plenty of children. Then he shook hands with Mr. Tick and said goodbye. We did it! Hooray! Hooray! After that, Mr. Tick gave the cook and the secretary a big kiss. He gave the reading group, the games group, the singing group, and the cross-country running group a big hug. And he gave a half-day's holiday to the 6 cleverest and most hard-working children in the whole school. And you can guess who they were. Let me guess. They were Tess, Tilly, Trixie, Tom, Tim, and Teddy, right? The end. Yep, that's all of them. Yep. That's Tess, Tilly, Trixie, Tom, Tim, and Teddy. All of them done. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for listening to this.